Jacob, 2 inches thick, and drives women crazy. $100 bill, you fucker. Come on. All right. In Key West, welcome to those that, obviously most of you are from Key West. Key West, age is an attitude, right? Yeah. But if you don't moisturize, that new 30 becomes a leathery 50 in 30 seconds. So they say Key West is an attitude, and that's true. But usually what that means is at the end of the night, you're on Duval Street, part of a parade, wearing drag, makeup like Courtney Love, and probably puking in somebody's shoes, hopefully not your own. If you've ever been to Key West, jobs are easy to find here regardless of the economy. In fact, if you stay here for 2 weeks, you're a manager. Right? Because they have something down here called Keys disease. And if you don't know what Keys disease, think anal glaucoma. So you call in on a sunny day and says, I don't see my ass coming to work today. But I'll warn you right now, if your butt hurts, don't blame it on me. So, lost my place. So I wanted to get a job where I could drink at work, right? But I wasn't elected to Congress. So I became a stay-at-home mom, right on. And I really don't like kids that much, so I wrapped them all up in Velcro, and I just stick them to the walls when I want to go have a smoke outside. You guys play astronauts, right? And if I really want to get some more smokes, I'll just strap one to the side of the car and go down the street, and it's like, Mommy, 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 Mommy. Because I don't want any of those other assholes on the road when I'm drunk and driving. If you've ever been to Key West, it's like crazy own reality show, right? And us normal people, and I know most of you are thinking, are you normal? But the fact is, 2 out of 3 people in Key West are crazy. Everybody look to the left. Everybody look to the right. That's right. And they're thinking the exact same thing you thought, except you brought one of them, so. So you get lots of jobs down in Key West, but they don't pay very much, so you either have to have many jobs, right? Or you have to have lots of roommates, like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Except for in Key West, you got dopey. You also got cracky, stinky, hoary, nympho, and felony. And if you got felony, you can work for the city or county government. So I just broke up with my girlfriend like all comedians. I know. I miss water buffalo. I'm not being mean. She's a Native American. That's her Indian name. She belongs to an Indian tribe on Stock Island, the Crackahos. But she was great because she had really big hair. What's that hairdo with the all up on top of your head? Beehive? No, it was a double D-hive, baby. It was working. So I loved her, but she took a long time to get ready to go out anywhere. You know, because she had to put on her makeup and stuff like that. So she would say, so how do I look? I said, it's a waste of makeup, baby. But when you're done, put my spackle gun back inside the toolbox, okay? She came home with these Jordache jeans, you know, the retro Jordache jeans. She said, how do I look in these? And I says, Jordache looks pretty big in those jeans. So we go out to the bar, and I see an old couple across the way from the bar, and I said, hey, honey, in 10 years, that's going to be us. And she says, that's a mirror, you dipshit. She says, what do you want when you get older? And I said, depends. So then she called me a misogynist, and I'm like, I'm not a misogynist. But I really didn't know what it meant. So I had to stagger across the dance floor and go to the bathroom and Google it. It says, misogynist. A man who doesn't like anything in a woman. I said, ha, see? I like something in a woman. My cock. Which, of course, started a fight. And she gave me a TKO. Not a technical knockout. It was actually a testicle knockout. But I did find him later in my chest cavity, so we're all good as far as that goes. In my defense, she was in a way different weight class than I was, so you know it's not totally my fault. But my time is up, so I want to say a couple things. I hope you had a good time tonight, and it never costs anything to make someone smile, so please pass it on. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, our next comedian is almost like me because I am the older woman in my marriage. She is the cougar comedian, Dawn Sugar!
How's everybody doing tonight? Awesome. I'm a little sad though. Yeah, my little boy just went off to college. I know, I'm really gonna miss him, so's his mother. That's right, I'm a cougar. You know what? I tell my guys, I say I got more 20-year-olds only than a college campus, you know what I mean? I tell my guys, honey, I don't want to marry you. I don't want to have your kids. In fact, I really don't care what you're doing tomorrow. That's right, baby. All I care is what you're doing tonight. And I'm glad you have goals and plans. I don't really care, though. Because to me, your 5-year goal in life should be to turn 23. But another reason I love young guys is I get carded. You know what I mean? I go to the bar, they look at his license, they look at my license, they go, so you're with a cougar. He smiles. But you get the guy at the door, the one you won't go out with, that old guy, he's 30. He goes, so you're with your mother. And I go, no, that's not my son, but I will be breastfeeding him later. But two people really fucked up this whole cougar thing for me, my 16-year-old daughter and Dr. Oz. First of all, Dr. Oz decides to do a show on women's vaginas, and he says, this is what a woman's vagina looks like at 20, and this is what it looks like at 45. I'm like, we don't want to know what a woman's vagina looks like at 45 with the lights on, up close on national television. Ever since that, I haven't got laid. And I'm thinking the only reason he did that show is he wanted to see what a 20-year-old woman's vagina looked like. You know what I mean? But I said, I have an idea for a show next week. Let's do one on 50-year-old men's saggy balls. See how that goes. You know what I mean, Dr. Oz? Yeah! But my 6-year-old daughter, she decides to come live with me. Can you believe that? I'm her mother, So anyway, one day she calls me at work and she's like, Mom, I got a question for you. I was in your top drawer. I'm like, oh no, not the top drawer. She's like, why do you have Magnum condoms? I go, because I'm an optimist. I figure if I buy him, he will come. But so she's like, I got more questions. I'll be down in a minute. A 16-year-old, she shows up with my shirt, my shorts, and she's like, and I found this bracelet in the top drawer, and it's kind of tight. I didn't have the heart to tell her it was a beaded cock bracelet. Thank God she did not wear the anal beads around her neck, or she never would have made it past the gay bars. You know what I mean? Oh my God. But if you're going to date young guys, you got to be up on all the sexting, texting, IMing. You know what I mean? For the longest time, I thought LOL meant lovely older lady. Okay, anyway. But I was texting this one young guy, and he says he wants to be my FB friend. I'm like, awesome, let me know when. A couple days later, I hadn't heard from him. I said, what up with this FB thing? He goes, what do you mean? I Facebook friended you like 3 days ago. I'm like, FB, Facebook? Shit, I just want to be your fuck buddy. I don't want to know you that well. But you know what? I met this awesome English dude during Fantasy Fest. It was great. He says to me, I love their accent. Isn't that awesome? He's 28. He goes, I really fancy a shag. I go, awesome. I have a nice gray shag down there. And then, a couple days later, he's like, I'm looking for a bloody good time. I go, oh, that'll be on the 5th of the month. But I knew it wasn't going to work out between us. Because after we did have sex, he says he's going to go outside and suck on a fag. I'm like, damn, he's a smoker, But I did recently break up with my boyfriend. He's 26. Really. It got really serious, and he says to me, I really would love for you to have my baby. So I'm going to be 46 on Monday, really? And I'm thinking to myself, I Googled having a baby at 46, and it says, what are you, fucking crazy? But I did read that at 46, my eggs aren't good. So they said to me, It says on there, it says, you know what? If you want to have a baby, you're going to have to find a woman that looks like you that's half your age. And I'm thinking, if there's a woman that looks like me that's half my age, why does he want me, you know? And I'm thinking at 46, I want something young going in, not coming out. So anyway, during Fantasy Fest and during spring break, there was a great stoner that I was hanging out with. You know, he was so stupid. And some of these young guys are really stupid. If I have to hear one more time from a young guy, I want you to shave down there. I'm thinking to myself, what do you want me to look like, a little girl? Don't you know I'm the pedophile here? But anyway, we go back to my place, and he's like, wow, it's like a carnival in here. You've got stuffed animals lined up on off the shelves. I think I want a prize. I'm like, no. So anyway, we have sex, and after we're done, I go to the bathroom, and I hear, dude, that's like the best sex I've ever had, dude. And I look out the bathroom, and I'm like, who are you talking to? He's like, you, dude. I'm like, oh, I was hoping there was somebody else here, because that was not the best sex I've ever had. And I said, honey, as far as a prize, you can take one off the bottom shelf. And then he was confused. He didn't know what I said. So I looked at him with my best English accent. I said, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.